Now, this is from the Detroit Native Sun, August 2018. As you can see, recant false confessions, witnesses, recant stories, leader falsely convicted. Recant means to back down, back off, backtrack, back contradict, disown, renounce, retract, revoke, take back, cancel, deny, disclaim, forswear, recall, unsay, withdraw. Eats one words. Go back on one word. To weasel out. So let's see what this is. After serving 16 years of a 135-year sentence for RICO and child molestation charges in Colorado's ADX Florence Penitentiary, key witnesses that testify against Dr. Malachi Kambana York are recanting their stories. Several witnesses have openly admitted that the scheme planned by Dr. York's son, Jacob Muhammad, aka Jacob York, was made to falsely accuse the 73-year-old leader of the Nubian nation of Moors of horrible offense that could easily have him convicted and locked up for the rest of his life. I was never molested by Malachi York, said Habib Bob Washington, one of the primary witnesses during a video confession. I did not know of anyone he has molested. I did not know any children he has ever had sex with. I never took children to him for the purpose of sex. Washington, who testified that she was molested by York at 13, says her testimony was part of a conspiracy to seek revenge for where is it? Here it is. So y'all can see the death of Jacob's mother, who reportedly died from her brain aneurysm. In May 2001, I had a conversation with Jacob at his house. Jacob said he wanted his father to go to jail and that his father did not deserve to live, said Washington. He asked me to go to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, with a set of false information against his father so that he could be arrested and taken to jail for acts he did not commit. The plan was made during an outing to South Beach, Florida, attended by Jacob and Nicole Lopez, Washington, and several youth. I know all the alleged victims personally. I was at Jacob's house and they invited me to a trip to Florida to reunite with old friends. I would see Jacob talking to the girls, telling them to tell the FBI they were molested by his father, that they saw other children being molested. Recalled Farah Muhammad, who witnessed the scheme being devised. It was an 8-hour drive. Jacob financed the whole trip. He stayed at the Sheraton Hotel. On the way down, Jacob would talk about how he hated his father because he wouldn't give him money for his record deal and blamed him for his mother's death. If you say child molesting, automatically people would believe you. He said he constantly brought it up. I need you to say that you were molested and that you brought a child to be molested. I was 17 at the time. Other witnesses such as Abdus Salam LaRoche and Tariq Noel and Issa Michael Johnson recanted their testimony and signed sworn affidavits that they revealed that they testified as a result of threats made by the federal agents to harm their families, favors, or monetary offers Damon Pryor and Lee Marbury corroborated the plan made in Florida. Yeah, Jacob, was behind it all. We were going to figure it out on how we were going to set it up, said Marbury. We were just going back to each other's story, whichever way we could, even if it meant lying for each other. Medical evidence that was denied in the court revealed that some of the alleged victims suffered from venereal diseases, yet Dr. York tested negative for any STDs. Dr. York was also convicted of 13 charges of racketeer, influence, and corrupt organization, the RICO, that accused him of transporting minors across state lines for the purposes of engaging in unlawful sexual activities and unlawful structuring cash transactions to avoid federal reporting. I know that I previously stated that Malachi York never told us not to structure any money, and he also never told us to sign or not to report when we made over $10,000. Admitted Washington. He never told us not to ever file that report in court. I was told Nicole Hardin told the FBI that he did tell us not to sign that document. I would have known if he would have said that because I was in charge of the money. I was the person that was in charge of the financial office. If anything was told about finances, it would have definitely came through me. As a matter of fact, he was very, very serious about handling his finances in the legal way. The unjust conviction led to the seizure and sale of 476 acres of land in Georgia, owned by the Nubians, and York's imprisonment, where he has been denied proper medical care, abused by prison guards, housed in unsanitary conditions, and denied access to commissary sent by family and supporters. I did not believe that Malachi should be in prison for crimes he did not commit, Washington added. My lawyer and Jonathan Marks, Malachi York's lawyer, have explained to me that I am putting myself at risk by signing the affidavit. I know that, but I want the truth to come out. I make this affidavit on my own free will.